Welcome to the Weather Center, and let's check on what the weather has in store for the rest of your Monday across South Africa. We are currently seeing very unsettled weather gripping the western parts of the country in these areas highlighted here, where we have thundery downpours in places. Mostly fine weather continues across the eastern half of the country. Now tonight we are going to continue with those thunderstorms across much of the Northern Cape, extending down into the Southern Cape areas, and the thunderstorms will also spill into the western parts of the Free State and the northwest as the night progresses. It's going to stay dry across eastern South Africa and along the west coast. But as we get into Tuesday, thunderstorms are going to intensify across much of the Free State, spread eastwards into Gauteng, reaching that province in the evening hours, and cold fronts passing through our shores will introduce light rain into the west, south, as well as part of the east coast. It's going to stay dry across the easternmost parts of the country. Now in the next 48 or so hours, we could well see rainfall amounts reaching around 30 millimeters wherever you see those shades of blue on our rainfall accumulation map for the next 48 hours. In the meantime, we're expecting widespread thunderstorms tonight. Wherever you see that shade of purple, the dark shade of blue represents up to 60% chance of thunderstorms. Now, accordingly, the South African Weather Service has issued a watch for severe thunderstorms which could produce large hail and damaging winds across the eastern parts of the Northern Cape. If you are in Bloemfontein tonight, you could escape with partly cloudy skies overhead. Temperatures here will drop to around 8 degrees. We are expecting mostly a northerly airflow tonight over central and western South Africa. Then on Tuesday, the airflow is going to turn to a northwesterly direction. Northeasterlies are forecast along the KZN coastal areas, and a westerly airflow is expected for much of the south coast. Freezing temperatures are expected tonight around the Sutherland. It's going to be fairly comfortable for the rest of the interior, but rather chilly as we go towards Bethlehem, where a minimum of 4 is forecast. 5 for Johannesburg. Pretoria drops to 7 degrees, a bit warmer as we go towards Durban and Richards Bay, even warmer for East London with a minimum of 15, 16 for Port Elizabeth. The mother city drops to 14 degrees. It's going to be warm on Tuesday afternoon across much of KwaZulu-Natal. Temperatures here lying in the upper 20s, but cooler as we go towards the northeast. Mbombela peaking at 25, 20 in Pretoria, 18 for Johannesburg as well as Mahikeng. A bit chilly over the central interior with highs in the mid-teens. We are expecting a high of just 18 for the mother city, the same for George, and a high of 20 is forecast for Port Elizabeth. On Wednesday, it's going to be dry across much of the country. Light rain is forecast, however, from Mbombela along the east coast and part of the south coast. Then on Thursday, dry conditions continue across much of the country. Just a bit of rain from Durban through Richards Bay into Mbombela.
You deserve to know more.
eNCA.com